is.
Yeah, I have it right here.
Cool. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I could pull the link up so I could at least see the chat. The chat, baby. Oh, it looks like we're live. Good for us. Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say whale. Oh.
Whale.
All right, got a millionaire. Andrew Fortier's here, dog, already.
Gangster.
Gangster. All right, let's go. What the hell is that? Oh, there we go. All right, 3, 2, 1. 3:19, right? All right, cool. 3, 2, 1. No music. What's up, everybody? It's the After Show, but later, episode number 319. It's your boys D. It's Luis Cortez Jr., and we are here for a live episode. We got Funky Monkey here. We got Andrew Fournier, and we have a soon-to-be millionaire in the chat. I don't know. I'm not gonna go over here and just tell anybody secrets. But we have a lot of people are here joining us live, chilling. We got Luis home in Vegas. I am over here on tour right now, touring the country and Missouri, a place I never thought I would be. And I'm gonna reveal today the butthole of Texas that I went to. I didn't know. Rich Davis has. I don't know if he said El Paso or he has mentioned one of them where he said they were the butthole of Texas. All I'm gonna say is listen closely because I'm not gonna straight up call them out. But it'll be revealed later, and you'll know when I'm referring to a Texas city, it'll be the butthole that I'm talking about. All right, so here we are. I just got done with like a 20-something hour drive. I used to live in Missouri, said Funky Monkey. I didn't know that. I thought it was all California for Funky Monkey and then Arizona. No idea. I never thought I'd be to Missouri in my life. But here we are at like Ridgedale or Ridge something. I don't know. We were in Branson like 30 minutes ago. So if that helps anybody, I was actually looking for Aaron Admire to see if I could connect with him to do, have him jump on live in person for today's show, but he's about 4 hours away. So I was like, he's in Missouri, right? And then I looked where he's at and not anywhere close. So couldn't do that. So Admire, if you're watching this, one day, maybe we'll do it live from the CRC one day. But anyway, here we are. We've had today's Christmas Eve. If you're watching this live, if you're a future dude, I hope you had a good Christmas. Luis, where do you want to get started?
Not much, man. Hey, who was it? Charles Barkley, who everyone hates. At least it was at Houston because he was saying where all the fat girls are in Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever hear
That
or
was
see
Charles.
that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that shit's super. I just thought about that when you said all that shit. I was just in Texas also. You want to watch my bolts? You already know. When I
Yeah.
was there with my family, we were there. About 8 of us went. Just kind of going back to what we did the last weekend. I was there and that was fun, man. Good time. Good to see the bolts win. But man, we went down to the where they move the cows. And that thing was badass. They do it every night. So they move the big longhorns from one side of town to the stockyard is what it's called. It's kind of like a
Oh,
little
yeah.
strip of. You ever been there? Heard of it?
Nope. But when you said move the cows, I thought physical, actual, like, cows that will become our hamburgers. And I was like, oh, damn. I didn't know it was like a statue or something, right? Is that what you're saying?
No. So it's no, it's not. So it's like the old school part of town there in Texas, but it's called stockyards. It's where they used to move the beef back in the day from where they were selling it to where they were going to process it.
Yeah.
But they reenact it and they have like 12 or 14 fucking big ass Texas Longhorn, 11, 12-foot horns fucking just walk across this like 2 to 3 blocks and shit
Oh, okay.
where all the beers and like food and like just historic shit is. So I was pretty badass. And then at night, bro, that shit was a scene, man. Let me tell you, it was like Vegas. It was just packed, bro. It was a line to every spot.
Yeah.
Western down, you know what I mean? Good time though.
Yeah. Well, very cool, man. I mean, I love when I hear stories of things like that because, like, I was telling my wife, before I had met her, I had never been on a plane. So the first plane I ever got on, I was like 28 or 29. right? I was like,
Were you nervous?
oh hell yeah, I thought I was gonna die. I was like, all right, this is where 9/11 number two is gonna happen. And because to this day my mom's never flown, and she says she'll never fly. So that was put into my head my whole life, right? And my wife, she had been flying since she was a kid. They'd throw her on a plane by herself and be like, "Hey, go to Jersey," or because she lived in California growing up. So it was like very like she was used to it. And for me, my mom, my whole life was like, if you get on a plane, you're gonna die. And I mean, sometimes Mexican people could be a little dramatic, right? With with
Was she traumatized, or like did she see a movie, or
probably the three stories she ever heard in her life in like the 70s or 80s or whatever, right? So to this day, she said she'll never fly. But once I
my
flew,
mom, who's from Salvador,
yeah,
same thing. And she doesn't even can't. She still has trouble sitting in a plane and comprehending like how we're fucking flying.
yeah, yeah. No, and it's funny because like I've been to a few places now. My sister has been to a few as well. She's been to different places than me. But so we're all I have an older brother. I don't know if he's flown, and if he has, I don't think it's been a whole lot. But he might still, since he is the older sibling, maybe he still has that kind of built into him where he's like, nah, fuck that, I'll drive or whatever, right? But anyway, so it's, I was telling my wife, like we went through, we were in Amarillo the other day. So never been there before. That was an experience. So been to a couple of places. I got to go to Albuquerque and pull up to the freaking Breaking Bad house. That was so dope, man.
Oh, I did see that
Yeah.
on your feed. So is why was it blocked off? Because it's famous, or
Well,
what,
because
Christmas shit, or
because
what
the
was up with
lady
that?
the lady's a mean old bag. So I looked it up because we were coming up on Albuquerque, and my lady was like, she's like, we loved Breaking Bad, right? We were nerds for that shit. And my lady was like, hey, where do you mean Albuquerque? Isn't that where Walter White's house is? And I was like, you know what? I looked it up. It was only 7 minutes off of the freeway. So I'm
Yeah.
like, how could we not? So I looked it up and I hit news, right? Just so I could see, dog, this lady is like shooing people like off her lawn and shit like all the time, right? And so she put up a wrought iron fence, which is recent. In June, she had some video go viral because she was like, I don't know, telling people like all kinds of shit. And then when we drove by, I was like, oh, hell yeah, and she had a wrought iron fence now, and she also on top of that put these like big ass like orange construction cones that were all linked with like caution tape through all of it, dog. And she's
Murder
sitting,
scene, or like fucking CSI scene that
dog,
I've seen her
and
post.
she's literally sitting out there. Like I don't think she has a life. I think, dog, this is her life because when I was looking it up, all it was like videos and shit about this lady chasing people off, whatever. Dog, we drove by on a random like Sunday or whatever, right? And or maybe it was even Saturday, and she was just sitting outside, and this other car pulled up in front of us. Well, I parked like across the street. I wasn't gonna be like straight up pull up to her house and be like, "What up, bitch? I'm here." I was like wanting to be a little respectful, So I pulled up across the street and was just like, "Damn, that's crazy," Well, this dude pulled up like right in front of us, and her neighbors were walking by, and she started telling the neighbors something, and she started it was like this older man and this like teenager, and she was telling them something, and she pointed at the car in front of us like, hey, that motherfucker's trying to look at my house type of shit, right? And they were like, oh yeah, I know, like trying to be civil. And then on their walk they ran into the dude, and next thing you know, he's all posing like this, and the neighbors were all taking a picture of him. So they probably don't give a fuck. They're like, here, like, bitch, stop being so fucking
Yeah, do you
petty.
know how that's never gonna stop? And I'm just seeing some of the feedback here. Like AJ says he's never gonna fly again, so I don't know what he must have watched a scary movie too. Uh, and then fucking monkeys talk about that lady hates people. And then AJ's also talking about they used to throw pizzas on the roof because that's one of the episodes.
Yeah.
So she's probably pissed. But like, bro, if you bought the house, you had to know that was the house and shit. You had to know that. I don't know
100%.
about the peaks on their roof, but the people, the pictures and shit.
Dog,
I mean, there's
but
other kind of houses that are historic like that
and
that
that's the
people
thing, dog,
visit.
is that like most of the people that at least that I mean that I saw, because there was a few cars that would drive up, do a little pose, take a picture, and be on their way. And she just wants to be out there giving people a hard time. And I'm like, dog, yeah, it's probably annoying. One. Two, like you said, you probably knew that when you were buying the house, right? Three, if you were in your house watching a movie or living your life, most of the people probably wouldn't even bother you, right? If you're walking to your car and people are walking up like, hey, can we get a tour of the house or whatever? Be like, hey, bitch, fuck off, right? That's when you can tell people to fuck off. But if people are
Yeah.
just like driving by, parking across the street and taking a quick little picture and then moving on with their life, why hassle them? You know, like what a fucking meat old hag, you know?
Just salty. She's a fucking. We're in Christmas right now, so talking about Christmas the Grinch.
Yeah, yeah, for real, grinchy ass bitch. Um, go ahead.
Can I change gears real
For
quick?
sure.
Just wanted since we're talking about Christmas and shit. And I wanted to connect it back to the show. I was listening and those guys were talking about gifts, and then how I think Rich, it was Rich mentioning how Sarah had, different, maybe different families, different religion, different walks of life, where you come from. But they were talking about the presents, how they were gonna try to put something before, and then, but he was talking about he came from where like there was never presents till the morning of, and then you went from like no presents under the tree to like, bam, all of them there, or even like Cavino said, I think sometimes like whatever it was, like if it was a bike, it'd be there, fucking a bike band, brand new, brand new bike ready to go with the bow on it and shit. What kind? How did you guys do it on your pad, or do you remember?
Well, it's funny as hell because did you ever listen to George Lopez growing up or no? Like his comedy albums or whatever?
Yeah, I think most of it. I mean, I might have forgot more than I know,
Well,
but it
there's a
depends.
there's a joke where he talks about how like white people on Christmas a bike shows
Oh,
up.
Andrew.
You know, like a freaking
Oh yeah, the Rob
where
one.
he's like
Yeah,
for white people it's like a bike with a bow and he's like, "Josh, that's yours." And then ours it's like in a box fucking like your dad's and your fucking Theo over there putting it together all bitching and shit for like the whole
yeah.
day.
All
But
fails.
But for us, dog, we did our whole shit on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day to us was just like any other day, and it was like, I remember asking my mom like, hey, because you know how supposedly like in the whole shit, Santa comes on Christmas Eve night and puts all the presents out and whatever. Well, my
Right.
my family would fucking be like, just be putting them out throughout the year, and I'd be like, hey, what the fuck? Like, I remember asking my mom when I was like 7. I'm like, hey, what the fuck? And she's like, oh, it's because I mean he's got a lot of kids to deliver to, And I was like, oh, right, right, dog. I was such a moron. Um, I remember one time I was like, my mom was gonna go like to the bank or some shit, right? And I was like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'll be back. She's like, I gotta go mail a check to Santa. And I go, what? And dog, she goes, yeah. She's like, all the parents, they send money to Santa, so he could buy all the presents. I'm like, hold up, bitch. I thought this motherfucker built him in his workshop, right? But dog, I just always was like, all right, well, I fucking guessed, right? So whenever like I had friends that Christmas morning they'd wake up and all their whole house would be filled and the presents appeared overnight. I was like, what the fuck, dog? You guys must be fucking like late because that motherfucker's been bringing presents to my house all week.
Yo, hold on, don't move, bro. Andrew Sims, see something behind you, bro.
I'm so scared. I don't know. I mean, well, you wouldn't hear about my age, dog. Do you remember when that came out? I thought
Yeah, bro,
that
she was
was
crazy,
I thought
bro.
that was the most real shit of all time, dog.
Everyone, that was like the biggest shit. Like everyone, like not like everyone. I think a lot of people thought it was real, and then people argued it was fake, and then people would fucking bicker and like. I
Dog,
don't think there was Reddit back then or whatever forums, wherever the
yeah,
fuck there was. People were like would argue the fact like, nah, that's just real, nah, that's just real,
I
that's just
remember the
real.
mocos from the preview. Like the mocos are
Yeah,
coming down. I'm like, I'm
yeah.
so scared. And then you hear like like footsteps in the background, and then like turn all black and shit. Dog, I see
I feel like
shit.
that shit would make me dizzy, bro. Like that point of view and shit, I
Yeah,
couldn't watch for if I was twisted or like smoking or drinking. I'd be like, oh, that shit would get me fucking kind of
I mean, I
faded and
guess, but I
shit.
think we were like 9 or 10 when it came out, so
No, I mean, yeah, like in recent days, but yeah, for sure.
yeah. But yeah, man.
Most gangsters. Fool.
I haven't got to listen to all of today's Cavino Rich. I'll be honest, I got to listen to yesterday's. But yeah, today I've been kind of in and out throughout the day just because we're with family, and I'm like, I still got to squeeze in my Cavino and Rich. So I've gotten
Yeah.
into where he wanted to show Jordan and the family. It's a magical life or some shit, or it's a wonderful life, or
Uh-huh.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that shit, so I don't know. To me, it sounds old as fuck, and I'm not interested. I wouldn't give two fucks. What else?
Why
Yeah.
would that? I wouldn't do that, bro. Like I'd be like, I don't know. Maybe it's a good movie, but I still like he was already putting the pressure on himself because you already know. But like, I guess it's a if it's old school, it's old school. I mean, he might give us a review later on when he comes back and see what they actually said. I'm sure he would because it was a
Yeah.
point of conversation. Did you see? I think it was maybe Monday. Did you see Monday show,
Yeah.
or did you see when Rich posted the picture of him playing the sax with those glasses?
Oh, yeah. On Monday, dog. I even put up in the chat. I put Richie Glowupski. Cause dog, that motherfucker had the biggest glow up of anybody. You know what I was thinking about when I saw that? If you guys didn't see the episode, Rich put up an episode or a picture from the '80s where he's playing the saxophone and he has on these Elton John glasses. And
Yeah.
dog, I when I was
It was
watching it,
about Christmas. He's wearing garland.
yeah,
We have to post it somewhere because that shit's
I
funny.
couldn't stop laughing because I was like, this guy, braces, stupid ass hair, fucking big old dorky glasses. I'm like, could you imagine like a little girl that he had a crush on in like fifth or sixth grade, and she was like, fuck that dork. And then he ended up dog becoming like he went through like his like ugly phase and then became like a handsome like older dude. And even like grown man, like 18, 19, he became a handsome dude. Can you imagine the chicks that in school were like, fuck that dork? And they see him now all rich and handsome and fuck, they're probably like, holy fuck, I missed out on that dork.
It was funny because I think Covino was like, were those your fucking mom's glasses you were wearing? Like that's what they look like
Yeah,
senora glasses
they
and shit.
did. No, and it was funny because Cavino brought up the exact reference I was going to put in the chat, but I was driving. So it was hard as fuck for me to like, I was trying to, comment and drive. Um, but Cavino brought up when Mike Myers would play a woman on SNL, like he'd play like an older senora with big glasses. That's
Yeah, yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what I pictured, and I wanted to put it in the chat, but I was like, oh fuck, I'm driving. I'm trying not to drive us off the freeway. At one
Yeah,
point,
no
it was
shit.
funny because my wife was asleep, and I was trying to write in the chat, and it was a. I started hitting all those little bumps, and she woke up and she goes, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Calm down, fuck." I was reaching for my phone or some shit, right? Like trying
Calm
to
down, calm
yeah,
down.
no. And then she was
Cue
like,
the
"Oh my
sound.
god." She's like, "I thought you were falling asleep." And I was like, "No. Fuck, I dropped my chips or whatever the fuck,
Yeah,
right?"
like it was fine. It was just distracted driving. We're chilling.
Come on now, dog. No, but it was dope because like on some of the roads here, it was like 80 miles an hour. It's like the speed limit. And I was behind this dude that was doing like 110. So as long as I was like about 100-ish, I was like, he's going to get pulled over before I do. So I would just keep my distance enough, right, from him. So, but then we
You know, it was crazy. We got one time when I was younger, we were driving about 10 hours up northern Nevada, probably same way you were going. It was like my uncle, us, my uncle, and like just family. We were going to see another uncle, dude, and we were all hauling ass that way. My dad was driving, my uncle was driving, and just the cop pulled us all three over and
Oh,
gave
for
more
real?
free tickets. One motherfucker, like he was just like, he went up to the front and like, and then like just backed into the cycle. Like it was two lanes, so he made it a point that he knew that we were like,
Yeah.
all you motherfuckers pull over.
Doug, but the first car is such a bitch, Doug. As soon as he got out of his car to pull everybody over, I would have fucking drove off. I was,
Chale, fool.
oh
Bunch
yeah,
of Mexicans.
what a bitch. Well, actually, you know what? I remember that happened to my uncle one time, who he died recently, but I remember he was actually deaf, and I remember a cop they pulled up on the side and they had to like flash him and shit, and then they pulled him and like two other people over too, and he's from California. He lived in like L.A. like most of his life, so yeah, dog, fucking, it happens.
Yeah, bro. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about, did you Cavino's Luck? Did you hear that story? Was that Monday or today too? We need to play that song of "It's Always Cavino's Fault." It's
Oh,
you, it's you, because
Steve,
his
you're
restroom's
the
leaking
problem. It's Steve. Oh no, I haven't
in the
got. I was
shower.
just getting
Okay,
to that. Okay, this is
all
where I
right.
left off on the show today. Is that Covino said he got a call from like the HOA or something, and they said your house is leaking, and he's like, "There's no way, we haven't been there." And then I had to go have dinner with the family. So I don't know what happened. Tell me, fill me in.
So I guess they sent somebody or they let somebody in because they were like, bro, it's just coming from your spot or whatever, and they sent someone, they recorded and shit, and it's from a spare bedroom, aka Melly's room, and the way I understood it and saw it, it's like where the water drains, but like the around that shit, where that shit sits into the tub. Do you know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah.
Something like that, where like it's fucked, like he has to replace it and shit, and like. like they were like, you had like 2 days to do it and shit. He's like, I'm not even fucking home and shit. And like, how do I know this is it? And like the guy who they sent, the HOA sent was like, you're fucked. Basically, you got to do all like it's gonna cost you all this. It's not like a quick little shit.
Yeah.
They were gonna try to do a quick little shit just to stop it from leaking. Obviously, the shower pan. That's what it was. Um, so we'll see what happens. But I'm like, fuck, yet another thing for this food and like. And then we started talking about how that sucks. That whole place has bad juju. He's had nothing but issues with that fucking house. You know what I mean? From the neighbors to the AC to the leaking roof to
Yeah.
now this shit.
No, one good thing though is that it looks like their contract's up in September for Fox Sports, but it's looking good. So it looks like, I mean, he might be able to, save up a few pennies and sell this place and get a forever home event. Eventually, I'm thinking when the new contract's up or
I
this
think so,
contract's
man.
up.
Yeah, and I think I said it was next year in 26 in September or something when
Yeah,
they would renew or whatever, which is badass. I hope it works out for them.
it'll be dope
They've earned
because
it and shit. And yeah, that would be like level up. That would be like level up, right? That's like like now he has no excuse. Like put a ring on that shit, get your baby food if you want one, and buy that house and get
a
that
hundred
shit going.
percent,
You know what I mean?
and
I mean, I'm
it'll
not telling
be
no one to do,
how.
but
And one thing that I'm excited about, because one thing that Rich did mention is that they'll be able to get a nicer studio. I think that's one of their biggest problems right now. It's awesome that they get to do their show out of Rich's house, right? For a lot of reasons, but for them to have a place that they travel to will be so good for a lot of reasons because one, it's out of the house, right? Two, they can have guests actually come by because even if it is like celebrities or whatever, get the fuck out here. Go, come on, both of you. Um, Sorry, I had to tell the fucking kids. You like how I talk to the kids? But what I'm thinking is, if they have somewhere they can go, they can have celebrities come over, roll through, do more interviews that way. I just feel like it would be good for them to have a location they can go to be their studio. Now with this new contract and stuff, I think it'll give them the opportunity to do that.
like I'm not saying they have like randoms, but no, regardless, you don't want to bring who the fuck ever to your house. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like me, especially for the show, at least it's neutral, it's a business, all that shit. But I think it'd be good, and even for more people, shit. I mean, not that they wouldn't take any fan to their house, but it's a lot to ask too to just have any one food. Hey, I'm on the call page, bring me to your fucking house. It sounds like they almost will take anyone as long as they know you're not fucking crazy. But
yeah.
at least if it's at a spot, whatever.
Andrew Sim says if it was such an urgent matter for Covino's house with the leak, why would they send an email? For real, fuck that. I would ignore it and be like, I never got your email, motherfucker. Like
Dude,
for real. If it's not my work email, I check that shit like once a week, maybe. If it's my personal email, I don't give a fuck, dog, about my personal email. So I would say, hey, fuck that. I'm not gonna. Funky Monkey told me to get the chancla fucking at these kids.
for real.
So take a
Cabrones.
shoe off, dog.
Oh,
Dog, it's my daughter and
la bota.
her cousin that's her age. So fucking I have two 9-year-olds right here trying to fucking they're all looking through the window and shit right now, and then they decided to walk outside. Get the fuck out of here.
You're looking for ghosts.
Uh
Hey, what'd you think of? Did you watch the fight, the Jake Paul and the Anthony Joshua fight?
yeah, I put $50 on Anthony Joshua. It paid out $53.
Wait, you're 50 plus three
Yeah.
or 53
No,
on top of
it
you?
paid out 53 total. So I got my 50
Fuck.
back and $3.
Big time in food. Not even the fucking gas you paid to get there
It,
local.
dog, it was fucking $53. But anyway, I knew Joshua would win. I didn't know if he would knock him out, even though he's obviously more than capable of. But just to, I mean, I knew it wouldn't be a 1, 2, or 3 round knockout because he's getting paid like what, like $92 million. He's gonna give the audience a little bit of a show, so he's gonna play with them a little bit, right? And then the last 3 rounds, I was like, this motherfucker, like, he might even just want to win on points, right? Just to win on the scorecards, just to win. So I didn't want to put any bets of like knockout round, but I think Rich said round three, knockout in round three, like $10 paid out like 320 or something, or $20, paid out like 320 or some shit. So I that was super dope, but I wasn't about to risk that. Fuck that. With all them shenanigans and shit that Jake Paul has going on, I wasn't about to risk that. But overall, it was an okay fight. I mean, if you were expecting anything spectacular from either one of them, you were fucking. I don't feel like you were in the right mindset. But I don't know. It was entertaining. I mean, Jake kept dropping to his legs and hugging
Yeah,
him.
bro,
But
what
I
the fuck
mean,
was that? Like, that was so annoying.
but
It was so it was mid.
but you could tell, dog. It was happening because he was so fucking exhausted. You know, like
Yeah, for sure. He was
and
beat.
at the
He
same
was running.
time,
He was running around. I think Covino said he was fucking just running around for his fucking life. But then he got tired and he got beat the fuck up. Like that's as down as dirty as what happened though.
but you know what though? And the thing is, you can't blame him at all though because, dog, he say what you want to say. Anybody can say what they want to say about him, but to get in there with Anthony Joshua, dog, it's not even with like a Tank Davis or anything. Dog, this motherfucker's 6'6", 245 pounds. Fuck that, dog. You got to have some balls to go in there. For 92 million or 100 million, however much Jake got, I mean, I would go in there and get my ass beat too. But I mean, dog, you can't. You got to at least give him some credit for willing to get in there and get his ass beat. You know?
That's what my homie, Anderson was saying. He was trying to go for a takedown.
Yeah.
Where I was watching my homie, like, is this fucking UFC? And then, like, nah, fool, that fool just trying to fucking get on his knees for this fool.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
but his fucking jaw being cracked like that was fucking nuts, bro. Like, I guess that's what he gets in a way. I mean, fuck
Yeah.
around, find out. And did you see when they showed, like, his teeth looked like they were collapsed and shit? Like, imagine the fucking pain of that had to feel, dude. But would you do that for 92? I think Spot said, I'd do it for 100 grand or 1,000 or some shit.
Not
I'm
a
like,
thousand, not even probably 100 grand, but I would definitely do it for when
a
dog,
million?
when you have an average person's salary and you're going to work every day. A dog, I do it for a million. I mean, easily, dog. Not even fucking break my fucking jaw, dog. Put me on life support for 2 weeks. I don't give a fuck, dog. If I could wake up and I'll be set, all right, cool. You know?
Hey, no matter what, like you said, though, I'll give it to that food. Like you like it or not, like I think it's good for the sport. It's making money. At least I think didn't. It's one of the biggest payouts that Joshua has had as a fucking boxer, and he's a fucking champion world time. Like you think he would have made more than that ever, and he made more on this fucking Cracker Jack fight. And so I think it was good in general. It was kind of mid, but to your point, fuck that. I feel that's a pair of balls, bro. Because I would not fucking do that shit. That shit would have been scary as fuck.
Yeah, no shit, dog. But no, but I mean, yeah, you got to give him his credit. A lot of people were talking shit about him, and I'm like, dog, come on now. You got to at least give him credit for fucking for doing it because he could have been a little bitch. Because dog, his last opponent that they ended up not doing the fight was what? Was it Tank Davis or who was it? That's like 110, 130 pounds.
I'm not sure.
I forgot. Whoever the fuck he was gonna fight before, where they ended up canceling the fight. He was like
Yeah.
130 pounds, and now dog to go to that from that to fucking to Anthony Joshua.
Beast.
Give me 2 seconds, dog. I'm gonna run in and grab a charger. My fucking computer's about to die.
You're good. I'll keep it going. What's going on out there, chat? Any plans for Christmas? Anybody making some food? Any Christmas caroling? Some Hanukkah? Did you guys see Richard's kids singing the disgracing the Mexican Bamba into the Hanukkah song? She was terrible. Cavino's right. Rich is lucky his kids are cute.
Hello, mother. Hello, father. I would like to drink some water.
And I'm ready for we got
Here we
my
go,
family's
dog. Now we
making
can do
some
this shit the rest
pozole
of the
this
night.
weekend.
Be here all night long, dog. All right. Repeat of Thanksgiving dinner. What does that mean?
Oh, I was just asking. I was trying to just ask in the chat what's going on, what they got going on for Christmas while you were gone. If they're doing
Oh,
anything exciting or cooking anything.
going to the game on
Yeah,
Saturday.
Andrew, I'm going to the game. Yeah, I got season tickets, so it'll be my last my last season ticket. At least that I've paid for. If we go and we're going to the playoffs, if we somehow get a home playoff game, I get dibs at it. But I usually go to one away game every year. Playoff game, that's
Yeah.
what I do. So unless it's cold as fuck, if we're going to Denver or Buffalo and it's snowing or something, like fuck that. I'm not gonna pay up the ass travel there freeze my nuts off and then potentially lose. I've done that a couple times. I was at that game last year in Houston for the playoffs.
Yeah.
I was at the game the year before for Jacksonville and we lost. I mean, it was fun, but maybe I don't know. Think about it.
Funky Monkey says she'll be battling with the sadness without her mom. Funky Monkey, it sucks because I don't know if this is like the first or second year without her mom, but dog, I fucking let me see. We hit 14 years this November since my dad passed. And it fucking sucks. So Funky Monkey, the first couple like that are fucking terrible. So I mean, we're our thoughts are with you. It's terrible, man. Like all you can do is enjoy the kids. You got the new baby. You got the girls. Just everything. Just try your best just to fucking just enjoy that, and just know that your mom's fucking chilling with you in spirit. You know.
Yeah, hey, fucking monkey, just echo that, you know what I mean? We got your back here, and there's a great community of people around you, and can't even imagine, but how Merry Christmas, care about you.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Appreciate you finding time. I mean, especially this close to the holidays to come and join us. I mean, that it means a lot because I remember dog like when my dad first passed. I was fucking fuck everybody. And actually. Cavino and Rich was one of the things that kind of I found them 6 months after my dad passed, so they actually helped me through a lot of shit. So that's why I maybe one of the reasons why I ride so hard for them because they got me through a lot of shit. Um,
Yeah.
what's funny, dog, is that they were coming to like the end of the football season, and sometimes people are like, "Oh, I can't believe it's already over." I don't, dog. I kind of feel like it feels like it's time for the season to be over because I dig it. I'm excited. I'm ready for the playoffs. But to me, it just feels like sometimes it really does feel like especially even like week 8 or 9, you're like, fuck, it's already been that much time. Week here we are like 16, 17. You're like, all right, it feels like it's been a season, you know. So I mean, I can't wait for the playoffs. I can't wait for the fucking Super Bowl, dog. I'm so excited, dog. So right now it feels like nobody's out of it. So we got the Bolts, maybe we got the Niners, maybe who knows, dog. So
Yeah, dude.
I mean the Cardinals. I'm just kidding. The Cardinals
That's
should have
Santa
been kicked
Claus.
out in like week like 3, dog. Oh,
That's Santa Claus. And it's funny, I've been hitting up the gym lately and shit like that, and you can already see the New Year's resolution folks starting to come in and shit.
for real.
All the tortas and shit are like, I'm gonna get started early and shit, because you already know that shit always happens. Like,
Yeah,
if you frequent the gym often or not, at least at the beginning of every year, you get that influx of, not just people in general. I'm sure that's one
yeah.
of, I don't know, there has to be a stat out there how many people are like, I'm gonna go to the gym, and they go, and they never just fucking
Well,
keep
dog,
going.
I heard
So
I
I've been
heard
seeing
literally by
that.
like I don't know if it's like by March, most people that joined for like the new year just give up. But they stop going to the gym, they stop doing all that. Um, so yeah, I mean, if if you're a gym frequenter, just get ready because and try not to be so hard on these fat asses. They're fucking trying, As a,
No,
as a
that's good.
as a lifelong fat ass dog, I'll fucking tell you, it fucking sucks. Where you do know, cause dog, I've been that guy where I decided to, hey, this year, right, January 1st, my fat ass is in there, right, and dog, and you just see the fucking looks, right, or even like back in the day, because until the last like 5, 10 years, you couldn't sign up like online, right, so you'd go in person, dog, my fat ass would be in there like, yeah, I'm here to sign up for the gym. They're like, of course you are, buddy, so just try to be nice to them,
You,
dog. Uh,
you know what's funny about that too? Like, and I'm not gonna, I mean, I am talking shit, but I just want to point out the obvious. And I'm sure this happens everywhere else, and we've seen it. I go there not often, but pretty almost daily recently because I've been off. Even before that, I'd go. Isn't it crazy that sometimes there's some like hefty or hesky people there, like that work there though? That
yeah.
always trips me out. Like, how are you the trainer, the representative, even the front counter guy, or however, and you're wearing a fucking gym membership, like I work here staff shirt, and they're like built like they don't go to the fucking gym. And I'm
Like
like,
me, dog.
first of all, you fucking work here. Second of all, you're like, I'm sure you get a fucking discount. So like, you're already
Or
fucking here.
free,
Like, what?
right?
Why? It's so bad for like fucking like I think for me it's just like you're obviously not listening to your own shit, so it's
Yeah.
just funny, I think.
Yeah. No, it's funny as fuck because like that's where like okay, did I tell you last week? I think I did about the shitty car with an alumni license plate.
No, I don't
I didn't
remember
bring up
that.
that story. I was talking to
I
my
don't think so.
boss, and I asked my boss, I'm like, do you think like colleges and universities like hate when there's like a 92 fucking Civic falling apart and shit with the fucking llanta and it says like ASU alumni? Like, dog, I'd be like, get that shit off of that car, dog. I don't want people to know you went
Yeah.
here. And so I was telling
Yeah,
my
no shit.
boss, and she was fucking laughing my or her ass off, dog, because she was like, I never thought about that. And I'm like, I do, dog. Whenever I see, and I had the same conversation with my mom, and she's like, that's how you think? And I was like, yeah. She goes, not me. She goes, when I see that, I'm like, oh, good for them. They went to school. And I'm like, well, fuck, dog. What were they, a C minus student? Why the fuck are they driving a car that's falling apart? You know, that's where I start to get judgy. And I mean, dog, like, have you seen that like little meme or whatever where it's like, I'm not one to judge, and then it says also me, and they have them with like the old school presidential fake hair and the judge outfit and shit and gown. Dog, that's me. I'm like, I'm not trying to judge, but dog, I'll be judgmental as fuck. Who cares,
For
dog?
real.
Dog. And the difference is, dog, is that people think a lot of shit. The difference is, I'm telling you, right? So a lot of people think shit, but they just don't want to be mean or whatever. Dog, like, you know what's funny as fuck though? When I'll put like some, like on some of like the reaction videos, like the DZF react shit, I'll put, there was, who was it? Was it Addison Ray or somebody? I was like, oh, she looks bad in this, or is she as bad? Oh no, I said she's more bad than fucking Emma Roberts, but she's not as bad as Margot Robbie. And then the comments just start coming in like, fuck you, fat ass. You know, Emma Roberts is fucking
Oh,
bad. And I'm like, fuck you, dog. I'm like, yes, I am fat, but she's still fucking not hot. So fuck you. Me being fat doesn't make her any more hot. You know what I'm saying? So, and
more or
that's what I'm
less.
saying is even like the videos and shit, I'll put like, I'll have my comments like that. And then I'm like, okay, bring it on, fucker. I don't care. I ain't scared of your fucking, these keyboard warriors and shit, dog. Fucking bitch ass pussies, you know? Oh, okay. Family's here.
Fueled
Better
by
watch out.
haters.
Uh,
Hey,
they got a
those fools
jump
are
start.
on CNR. They were also talking about
Fucking Funky Monkey.
Christmas songs.
Funky
What she
Monkey, real
said.
quick. She said they got a jump start on quitting their resolution. Right?
Yeah, for real. Like I'm like, damn, they're fucking 2 weeks in. I'm like, they're still got like seven, like a whole week, and they're already
By
here.
the
I'm
time
like,
the first hits, dog, they're gonna be
well, you
fucking
know what?
tired.
It's probably like a fucking free 7 day trial, so they can start fucking January because it's like the last week and shit.
Yeah, right.
Just Northwest. I was just
Fuck
saying that
that.
CNR were talking about that there needs to be more Christmas songs and shit, right? That's their whole reason they were singing the Hanukkah Bamba song.
Yeah.
Do you have a famous or not famous? Do you have a favorite Christmas song you like?
Feliz Navi Job is up there, dog. Little Hummer boy.
Yeah.
Fucking all of those Christmas classics. I don't know, maybe Feliz Navidad, and I'm not gonna front and say, oh, it's not because I'm Mexican. It probably is. That's probably the reason. You know,
Hey,
I
do
don't
you know
know.
that was Puerto Rican though? I looked that up there earlier, and that was Puerto Rican though. You're
What
talking
is
about the
it?
original one,
Joseph
the
Feliciano or whatever.
what? Yeah, in 1970, and that's why
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wrote it
But you
down.
know what though? I
He's a
think
Puerto Rican singer songwriter.
just the fact that there's some brown that's being represented, I think that's why I dig it. Because like even like my dad said growing up, he would watch like Chico and the Man with like Freddie Prince because Freddie Prince was like Puerto Rican or some shit, right? And but just because there was a brown dude on the TV, he was like, "Fuck yeah, La Raza's up here. I'm gonna fucking watch him," you know. And so that's kind of how I feel
Right.
about Feliz Navidad. I don't care if it's Cubano, Dominicano, whatever. As long
Yeah,
as
yeah.
there's some fucking a drop of some brown fucking in the tea, then hell yeah, I'll take it. So and it's funny
It's like
because
our picture we took,
I exactly
even the
the
Indians.
brown guys with fucking with Eddie or DJ and fucking Paul, right? So um but yeah, but I dig, that's probably one of my favorites.
It's old school.
Probably
That shit hypey too though. Like who doesn't like that? It's like,
mhm,
but what I wish you on me.
right.
Like everyone knows that when this shit hits you, you just like
Dog, I
you
was
have to
playing it
smile.
on the way
You
home
you
from the
look around,
restaurant.
everything feels right and
I was
shit.
playing on the way home from the restaurant, and my fucking nephew, the whitest kid ever, right? He's from Jersey, and he was in the back. He was like, "Y prospero año y feliz," dog, in the back seat. I was like, "Oh yeah, Tobias, there you go, dog." So I mean,
Tobias.
Tobias, dog.
Sheesh.
Yeah, dog.
Cornelius.
It's my little homie.
The other thing too that I think it was yesterday too that Covino and Rich were talking about. Melody's trip to UK.
Mm.
That's kind of crazy, bro. I don't know how old she is. I'd be kind of excited but scared too to travel that far out
Doug,
by
I had to
myself.
go to fucking Chicago in August, right, by myself, and I was shitting my pants. I'm like, I'm gonna get lost. I'm gonna be one of those kids on Dateline. My mom's never gonna see me again. Doug, my wife was laughing at me. She's like, "You're gonna get lost. You're gonna fucking lose your luggage." I'm like, "Hey, why you gotta be so fucking negative?" I had Doug in
Home Alone
August.
style.
August was the first time I'd ever traveled by myself on a plane, and I'm fucking 37. So, Doug, that was the first time I had ever had to fucking navigate an airport and shit by myself. Usually, my wife's like, "Go here, take your shoes off here or whatever. Put your belt in the gray box here." I fucking dog. I was like, "Oh fuck." And I didn't have a fucking travel ID or whatever the fuck they call it. I didn't have none of that shit. So it was quite an adventure. So to go international at 16, dog, I give it to her. And I can't imagine what Covino is going through as a parent to go drop your kid off and be like, "Hey, have fun on the other side of the world. I'll see you in a couple of weeks." Fuck, dog, that's crazy.
Yeah. Kudos for him because even he's like, usually I'd have panic attack. Like, I'm sure, he's worried about it, but at least he is with her mom. So it's like, I guess there is a little bit of sense of like, it's her fucking mom, so she has to be in good hands, at least you would think. But yeah, it sounds like she posted some or he was showing pictures. She
Yeah.
was doing all the big things already or whatever. So that looks badass. Good for her, for them.
So that's why you were talking. So that's why. So that's what you were talking about on a Facebook post. I don't know, Andrew. I don't know. Maybe I did say something. I don't even remember. So but dog. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else has happened or what happened at the end of last week. I mean, we heard that Melody was going to travel. We heard that she actually Covino went through that over the weekend when he was going to Idaho and all that. But what happened? Because the last show we did was Tuesday. What happened on Wednesday and Thursday?
So,
I can't remember.
well, they were talking about recap Friday. They did the gingerbread party, right? Like
Oh
the
yeah,
low key
yeah.
one.
Um,
Yeah, and then they showed Rich's backyard kind of, or at least them watching the videos and shit, and then the people. Oh, Cavino and Rich, they were talking about how Cavino was trying to kick it with Rich's homies, and Rich was talking about butts and assholes and balloon knots all over again with anybody.
yeah.
And how Cavino's like, whatever, fool, you get away with it because you're like charming and shit, but like you say and do too much. But I think they both have a little point. I mean, I don't have any kids, but he was like, bro, they're all like dads of kids or boys, right?
Yeah.
Compared to like you kicking it, but like. Also, I mean, I'm kind of vulgar, but with like my homies or like the ones I know, if it's someone I don't know or just I know they're maybe like sensitive to certain things, I won't like I ain't trying to be that fool. Like, maybe I think it's disrespectful. People can get some people don't give a fuck. Some people will call you out and make it a point of, hey, don't say that or I'm like we don't need that. But like Rich said, I mean Covino said Rich gets away with it because he thinks he's clever.
I couldn't stop laughing, dog. My wife was like, "Fuck again. Why are you so judgmental?" Because dog, we were listening on the way over here, and Rich is talking about the homies that were like, "Oh, thanks a lot. I needed that. I really needed some guy time." And I was like, "Dog, that was the most fucking horrific fucking comment of the weekend and shit, dog. I needed guy time." And she's like, "Well, what are you talking about?" Like my buddy Luis, he lives in Tucson. She's like, "Well, like you'll go visit Luis," and I'm like, "That's different. He's like my fucking brother." I'm like, and these dudes were just happy to be in the company of other dudes. That's fucking weird to me, dog. If I went to like Rich's house and there's a bunch of dudes here, I wouldn't leave going, "Oh, I really needed some guy time." Dog, what kind of fucking hoto ass shit is that? Talking about I needed some guy time. Oh, I feel a lot better now. Now I can go back on the grind and fucking crunch them numbers on Monday. Dog, shut the fuck up. I needed some guy time. Dog, that is the weakest shit ever. We gotta invent a new segment, dog. The horrific comment of the day goes to whoever said I needed some guy time. Dog, that's the fucking corniest shit I've ever heard. Guy time. Rant over.
Yeah, that shit was funny, bro. I agree. Like, even if you did feel that way, like the fact that you sent a text and shit, like almost immediately, I feel like it's like when you date a chick or something, you get all excited and like you just dropped her off and like you just like, hey, like I miss you or something. Like bitch, you just dropped me off and shit. Like how creepy or weird is that? Like it's too much and shit. Like it's genuine or whatever, but like okay, fool, like trying to
Hey,
lower you a peg and shit.
so Magical Mexican said, "Is it just me that's lagging or buffering?" And I said it was probably me because I'm on shitty fucking internet. So Andrew goes, "Are you gonna yell at the family like Rich about the Wi-Fi?" But it's not even family's Wi-Fi. We're at some fucking like resort or some shit, dog. Where fucking it's like we have like our place is fucking bad. Maybe I'll do a behind the velvet rope type fucking shit because we have downstairs over here. We have a fucking game room with like a fucking. We have a movie room. We have a fucking like our suite, dog, with me and my lady. We have like a bathtub that could fit like three of me in, dog. Fucking like this shit's fucking sick. The
Damn.
the weakest part of it is the fucking Wi-Fi. So I can't complain, dog, because my fucking father-in-law booked it for all the kids, right? So he's like, we got here fucking it's us, my wife's three sisters. I'm gonna see Beth, Andy, Carl. Fuck, there's a gang of kids, dog, but a gang of us and our kids and shit. And so they booked us this fucking place, and like I don't know, like a couple down is like my father-in-law and his wife and shit. But it's at some fucking. He's part of some like timeshare shit, dog, where you fucking get. He's like 100 years old, so he's fucking been like buying into shit for decades and shit, you know. So he fucking booked us a fucking week over here. It's like Big Cedar or some shit in fucking Missouri. So we're in like Ridgedale or Ridge some bullshit. So just to answer your question, Andrew, it's not the family's Wi-Fi. It's the fucking resort's Wi-Fi. And probably a gang of people are probably on it right now trying to fucking watch their Netflix and shit because it's almost fucking 9:30 at night. So
Was it yesterday or today or after today? Maybe when you weren't listening, when they were talking about Spartacus and the his sex life.
no, I didn't hear that.
Oh, that must have been today then, and you probably haven't
Ugh.
heard it. They were just talking about how he's like been on a dry spell or whatever, and Rich was talking about how he's gonna be his sex fucking like manager to help him achieve more sex,
Rich
like
is
just
gonna help Spot.
so just fucking around, you know. He was just saying, "I need to be your sex coach or your manager so you can get," because I think Spa was saying that he had this, really seen her date anyone, and then they were talking about like when's the last time you kissed some chick, like a random or someone that wasn't like your girlfriend or your wife, and he
Dog,
said like over a
think
year or
about
some
that.
shit.
That wasn't your girlfriend or your wife. That alone is nuts,
And then
dog.
I swear, I think, and I don't remember, I wish I would have wrote it down. I swear he said, he's like, oh, if it was a guy, I kissed like a guy like last week, like last month or something, or last week or something. Because he's like, then he was just saying, but because then they were talking about what they're gonna do tomorrow. And I think Spot said he might do like a poly short talk or something, possibly. And then Rich said he might do it. I'm not sure if they're gonna do it or not, but
Yeah. Andrew, he brought up earlier. He mentioned something about a Facebook post, and I had posted an alumni picture or some shit from my graduation, and I think on there I had mentioned the alumni shitty license plate. So maybe it wasn't here on the show. Maybe it
oh
was on
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
post. But um, but yeah, Doug, I'm trying to think of. I'm excited just to listen to the rest of Cavino and Rich because it's been fucking crazy with family shit or whatever. But I got to Doug. One person that I always find like he's kind of funny or whatever. He kind of makes me laugh. Is Timmy No Breaks that Cavino always vouches for, right, dog?
Yeah.
And I'm always like, yeah, he's okay, dog. He's funny, whatever. But like, I watched Kill Tony, so by the time Cavino found him, he had like already had a couple of clips that went viral, and I had watched him a few weeks before that, and I was like, yeah, he's all right, whatever. But dog, this last appearance he had on Kill Tony, motherfucker had me rolling. Dog, he is one funny ass dude because like I've heard him on podcasts and shit like as himself, and he's like this fucking just white dude from fucking from California, right? And he does the whole like fucking Dice Clay East Coast fucking Jersey whatever. And on one of he's supposed to be like from New York, and somebody had asked him, they're like, hey, how did you come up like you're from Jersey? And he was like, well, on my first appearance with Kill Tony, Tony was like, where are you from? And he was going to say like he's from like the Bronx or whatever. He goes, and for some reason, Jersey just came out. So that's where he had to stick with all this time. And so like, I was like, yeah, he's always been like, all right. But this past Monday, dog, I was fucking rolling. So if you guys haven't watched Monday's Kill Tony, dog, Timmy No Breaks is on there. And he does some shit that is very unique, dog. So just check him out. It's fucking hilarious.
I'll
Um,
have to check it out.
those are the
Yeah.
metrosexuals. What is she talking about?
Maybe Spot what I was talking about. I'm dating or
Oh,
And then he would just, and then Rich said the same shit about like, and then they started talking about how Rich, needs to get aroused to have sex, and Spot says he was thinking that he needs to kiss someone before they have sex. And then they were just talking about like, so if someone was just like there, like let's fuck, like you wouldn't just fuck her. It's like, no, I'm like, there has to be like a connection or whatever. So it was kind
Spot
of
said
funny, and that's
that.
when yeah,
I love Spot, dog. I'm not gonna have him hate me anymore. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Good for you, Spot. Have a connection. More power to you,
yeah.
brother.
He said he's a kisser,
Uh, good.
a
That's nice.
smoocher,
Good for you. To each
mustache
their
to
own.
mustache.
To each their own. Dog, you know what's funny? I have a buddy. You said mustache. I mean, you got your beard going on, but dog, I have a buddy that his
Yeah,
mustache is way too fucking long. He's got a beard, but dog, I'm talking to this motherfucker, and I just want to be like, hey, close your eyes real quick, and just fucking take some scissors to his fucking mustache, dog, because this shit comes way too much over his lip to where it bothers me.
yeah.
I'm like, dog, I've had a full on beard before where you kind of trim the mustache above the lip a little bit, right?
You have to, you know what I
Dog,
mean?
nah, this motherfucker's like eating mustache for lunch and shit, dog. We're like bullshitting. He's like I'm like, what the fuck? Doesn't that bother you? Oh god. But anyway, whatever. To
Funky
each their
Monkey
own.
says you're in the Ozarks, so
Um,
if you're in Branson.
who said that?
Funky Monkey.
Oh,
Are you in Branson,
yeah.
Missouri?
Well, but yeah, we're like 30 minutes away from Branson or 20 minutes away. So,
Yeah,
um,
so Ozarks.
I don't even. Where the fuck did my phone go, dog?
I think you left it at your other streaming room.
Oh, here we go. I have it right here.
So what else you got going on? What do you guys going
Um,
on? You when you go back, or just you there for the next couple of days, or what?
I think we leave on Saturday. And then it's like a 20-hour drive. We'll get home Sunday night because we'll probably leave sometime Saturday. What we did this time was we drove like 13 hours one day, and the next day we drove like 8 or something or 9. Um, so we'll probably do, yeah, again, the long 13 or so hours probably on Saturday, and then Sunday hit the last like 8 or 9, and then go to sleep and get back to the grind on Monday, back to work on Monday. So, but it's cool though, dog. Like we've been having a lot of fun here. We went out with the family today. We took the kids to some like arcades and shit, and fucking like bowling and fucking all kinds. It was dope. And then we went to a dinner. We went to Paula Dean. Here, I took a picture of this shit. I was tourist. We went to Paula
I just
Dean's Family Kitchen, is what we went to. So, here we go. Paula Dean's Family Kitchen. That was in Branson. It was fucking dope though, dog. So it was like they sat us at a big ass table. There's like fucking 15 of us or whatever the fuck. And then they just brought out dog fucking meatloaf, fucking pork chops, fucking ribs, fucking everything, dog. And it was just fucking so super super dope. So yeah, more family shit, dog. Fucking my father-in-law loves to make like biscuits and gravy and shit. And yeah, just fucking he's from fucking Virginia and he's got a big old heavy accent, you know. So he'd be like, "Hey boy, we need to get you away from your mama and get you over here out to the East Coast," you know. And I'm like, "Fuck you, dog. I love my mama." You know. I remember one year he was like, "Yeah," he's like, "I was talking to Daniel about moving him out here, but we got to first of all get him away from his mama." My man, shut up.
don't you be talking about my mama.
I love my mama. You know my mama.
But mama said,
Mama said, dog, 100%, dog. But it's been dope, dog. It's gonna be a good rest of our trip. My daughter caught a fever this evening, dog. But we pumped her up with like 13 children's Tylenol, dog. Next thing you know, like an hour later, she's running around again and shit. So yeah, I told her, I go, hey Ken, I go, eat them like they're fucking M&Ms. Just fucking, you'll be good in like 15 minutes. And then I was like, then one of my sister or my wife's sister's husband was like, oh yeah, he's like, isn't like Tylenol bad for you or some shit if they do that? I go, dog, I go, fuck that. I go, that's if you're pregnant. Then they come out with like special needs and shit. I'm all, she's already born. I'm all, what are they gonna do? Fucking reverse her fucking intelligence? We're good.
I didn't answer.
So, yeah. Hotorific comment
Oh
of the
shit,
day
man.
is what Andrew Sims loves. So, yeah, Doug, I guess we'll wrap up in a couple of minutes. We have 5 more minutes that we can bullshit. So, what do you have? How are you spending your holidays and shit, Doug? I know I appreciate you, first of all, because I didn't know how my evening was looking with dinner and all that. So, I appreciate you being flexible because I'm like, hey, Doug, we can go on anywhere from like 5 year time to 9, and I'm not really sure.